Hello. Welcome to Be Uplifted, a channel where we do communion together or we do a blog together. Today we're going to do communion. And instead of me doing one here, I want to show you one that I did during our church service one day. It's uplifting, it's encouraging, just like the other ones that we do together. Please subscribe. Let me know what you think.
When Jesus said, "Do this in memory of me," what was he talking about? You know, the other day on my way to work, I was thinking, yeah, I do that sometimes. How I felt, or what was I thinking, or what was I doing the first time I asked Jesus into my life? Where was my frame of mind at then? See, the disciples didn't really know Jesus when they met him the first time. Yeah, they probably heard of him and heard things were coming. Someone was coming, a prophet, apostle, the Christ. But when they met him, as we read, did they really act? Did they really show that they just saw the Christ? No, we have evidence of that. I want to take you back a couple years, few years. In the Gospel of Luke, chapter 5, verses 1 through 11, it is titled The First Disciples, where Jesus picked his disciples for the first time. Now, we've known the story, we've heard it before, when Jesus was preaching on the shore and all kind of people started showing up, and he saw a boat or two empty boats. So he gets in a boat who it happens to belong to Simon Peter. He tells them to push out so they can go and preach to everyone on the shore. And after he speaks, he turns to Simon and he says, "Okay, now throw your nets out and let's catch some fish." Being they were fishermen, right? But Simon says something. What? "Man, we were fishing all night long. I just finished cleaning my nets and we ain't catching nothing. I don't want to do this again. I'm tired. I'm hungry." Now, I don't know if he said all that, but he's probably thinking it. But then he said, "But if you say so, Lord, we'll do it." And then a couple hours later, they caught a bunch of fish. No, immediately, they caught more fish than they've ever caught in their history. Immediately. So that was a short version of that story. But what I want to read to you is in verse 8. When Simon Peter realized what just happened, he fell to his knees before Jesus and said, "Oh Lord, please leave me. I am such a sinful man." For he was awestruck by the number of fish they had caught. And there was others in the boat with him that was just as surprised. Jesus replied, "Simon, don't be afraid. From now, you'll be fishing for people." As soon as they landed, they left everything and followed Christ. They left everything and followed Christ. There must have been so much confidence and proof on what Jesus did at that moment that they decided to leave everything behind and follow Christ. I put this picture up Man, that's a good looking dude. That's me when I was like 17, 18 years old. The reason why I'm short, and not so y'all can see me, because I'm not all that, okay? But that's how old I was, and that's when I was when I accepted Christ. Did I really know what was I accepting? Did I really know the grasp of what was about to change in my life? Nope. In fact, there's still things that's going on now that surprises me that I didn't know before. Like I'm up here. So this took, and I was fixing to join the military at that time, and I hadn't a care in the world. I needed Christ, and I knew that, but did I know all the functionalities of what Christ was going to do for me? No. But I was prepared to tell everybody, anyone who would listen to what I had to say, what Christ just did for me. I was even telling the fence posts. Whoever or whatever was around me, I wasn't afraid to share what Christ had did to me. So now, coming back to today, I wonder, do I feel as confident today, right now, in this moment, or yesterday, or tomorrow, as I did at that moment when I accepted Him? Did I not fear anything because I knew Christ had me? Was I not afraid to do what He asked me to do because He told me to do it? Yes, there's fleshly things that got in my way, but I still didn't have a care because I knew whatever was going on, at the end I was going to heaven. Did I really know what that meant? Nope. But I knew I wasn't going to burn. I knew what that meant. So I was all excited. And it got me thinking when I was driving, what in the world are we doing now? When Christ said, remember, is this what He's talking about? When you were who you were before, when you realized what Christ did for you, that changed you. That changed me. That told me I'm a complete different person, whether I wanted to admit it, accept it, or agree with it or not. But it was happening. Now, it took a few years for me to get everything and learn, which we know we're still not there. But it took some time. And while I'm driving, I hear this song on the radio. Actually, it was a CD. I hear this song. It's by a guy some of you may be familiar, Andre Crouch. And the title of it is called Take Me Back. And while I was listening to this song, I was thinking of the same thing. I'm wondering, does communion still mean today what it meant when He said it? Does it mean the same thing to us when He said it? I just want to share a couple of those lyrics with you. It says, take me back. Take me back, dear Lord, to the place where I first received you. Take me back. Take me back, dear Lord, where I first believed. I feel so far from you, Lord, but I'm still hearing you calling me. Those simple things that I once knew, their memories keep drawing to me. I must confess, Lord, I've been blessed, but yet my soul is not satisfied. Renew my faith, restore my joy, dry my weeping eyes. I've tried so hard to make it on my own. I need your help just to make it home. As we take communion, I would like you to close your eyes. Reminisce maybe, but consider and think, what were you thinking? Why did you say, Christ, yes, I receive you into my life. Come into my heart. Change me. And let us restore that when we say Do this in memory of me. Because just remembering somebody did something doesn't mean anything if you don't put it into action. If we don't take it into our hands and do something. If Christ told us to do something, we just need to do it. Because if we keep playing around, somebody's going to do it, and we might be without. But remember, Christ picked me to do what he wants us to do for a reason. He called you to follow him for a purpose. I know I'm going on. But just remember, when you remember. Why is it that I'm taking this? Not because it's tradition. Because you can look all over the world, people taking it don't have a clue what they're taking it for or why. But when we as Christians take communion, it's to remember that he said, when you do this, you remember me, because I broken myself up because I love you that much. So it's up to us to do and what he said and asked us to do. Period. Please open the top. And he took bread, he gave thanks, he broke it, then he gave it to them, gave it to us, saying, "This is my body, which is broken up for you. To do this in memory of me." Also, he took the cup after supper, saying, "This cup is a new covenant of my blood, which is shed for you. Also, do this in memory of me." Let us remember, it's not up to us to make people what we tell them. It's up to us to tell people what we believe.